Morning, everybody. How we doing today? Welcome back to the Joy of Resin. Doing continuation of yesterday's projects and seeing how far along we can get. We got white. This time we have red. We have more clear. So first things first, we knock over the trash can. Second things first. Wait, what? Oh, whatever. Secondly, we start the second round of these guys and take the next steps on the sword stand. So, first we're going to pour here and here. And down there and up here. All right, let's throw some flowers in. All right. All right, now we take a little stick and make sure the flowers are all fully sealed. It's okay if they float as long as they're fully coated in resin. All right, now we're just going to add a tiny bit more clear to push the white down. Going nice and slow so I don't overfill the mold. All right, there. Alrighty, so now we have other pieces to work on. Oh, yeah, I should do that first. Okay, so next we have layer number 2 for the sword stand. For the dais for the sword stand, it's going to be a multi-level piece. So we have our white base with the silver and gold. And now we're adding in flowers in a clear layer. Trying to cement everything down before it all floats away. It's going to float no matter what I do, so just correct it with a stick. All right, that should be good. Okay, like that. There. Push everything back. I know what to do for this layer. All right. So now we have a bunch of littler pieces. Haven't made any goddess bodies in quite some time, so let's correct that. Got another one of our 32-bit skulls. Just gonna pour some of this red off so I don't have to be so worried about it. Okay. Alright, poking around so that the resin gets all around all the organics I put in, all the flowers and everything. Want to make sure they're not sitting up against the surface without a layer in between. What was that? And then just filling it up with the white. Except we can't fill that all the way because organics float. Alright, next up we have too much in our way. Alright, next let's do bee with an orchid and dragon embryo, or, you know, the opposite of that. Okay, cementing layer to seal the orchid because floats. Dragon gets some of these beads to match the beads at the top. Squish them down, spread them around. 99 bottles of beer on the wall, or beads on the wall. And then again, just add a tiny bit of white to finish the piece off and bleed down through. Okay, let me move these to the heat mat. Why are you floating? I don't want you to float. Alright, I really should have made room on my heat mat before I started, but here we are. No, okay. Those need to come off the heat. There we go. Sorry for the delay. And everything's floating again. Motherfucker. Maybe I should scoop a tiny bit of that out. Or just pour it out. There. Now we have room for a capping layer. Since everybody wants to be argumentative. Alright. Splat. Okay. Moving things to the heat. Alright, so, Now we have this thing again, my little stand for making things cure at an angle. I want to put this in this. I realized I don't want to do it in clear, and I took the wrong first step. So we're going to try with this first. Set that in there at an angle. Okay, so yes, maybe, I don't know. Okay, all right. If this is stand straight up, yeah, yeah. Okay, so we put our little plague doctor in there with his face against the edge of the mold. All right, that should do. Okay. And now we move on to our other stuff. Bunch of goddess bodies. Where's the other cat? It's right in front of me. Okay. All right. Pour in some red. Pour in some gems. I don't usually use this cat mold because getting it out of the mold is a pain in the ass. However, for some reason I want to put a plague doctor in a cat because that seems appropriate somehow. And this one will sit better at the very thin neck of this cat mold. Okay, so now we just add a little more red. And a little more white. Ta-da, Plague Dr. Kitty. Hopefully that won't look terrible. Oh, crap. Got it. All right. And now we're just playing with color theory. Blub. Missed. Alright, done with the white. Let's just finish off the others. And then the red. As usual with the goddess bodies, we want to leave a little room at the bottom for a capping layer because stuff always floats. There's always trapped bubbles. You need to be able to level it out, especially when working with flowers and stuff. And we'll just do the same with this cat statue as well. Looks like I barely made it in time on this red. All right. Move everything over to the heat. And we're set. All right. Well, all right. That's it for today. Time to get cleaned up and go get a blackberry bush. I don't know. See you guys.